So this is why it's important to look for more than just one source of information, because although with the Federal Trade Commission, the specific dates may not pertain to you, but there are other lawsuits and other complaints and other information that is out there that could help you with supporting. Because remember, at the end of the day, when it comes to putting in this application, you have to have a story. And if you have a story and you have reviewed the borrower's defense application and those things apply to you, what took place at your school, regardless if you have the supporting documentation, at the end of the day, it's supporting documentation. It's just to show that this particular university has a track record of abuse that you are alleging. That's what the supporting documentation for. At the end of the day, you still need to be able to tell your own story, because you don't even have to have a school that is in a settlement, that a school that is in a lawsuit, a school that is a part of a list. You don't have to have any of that to put in your borrower's defense application. You don't. The only thing that having a school that has a lawsuit, a judgment, a settlement, allegations, whatever you want to call it, against them, it means you just have that additional things to support the application and to strengthen the application. But at the end of the day, you have to submit your own complaint, your own violations, and you're doing that under the penalty of perjury. So you still have to tell your story regardless. But as far as with the dates that you have attended, and that's why I say it's important that you're checking all resources and checking to see what other students or what other lawsuits, what other government agencies have filed complaints or have lawsuits against your school during that time frame. So this is just me here going to Veterans Education Success, and they talk about all of the University of Phoenix recent actions. And this is just some of the things. Like, look at that. Look at all these different dates, different years. And you have to remember, when it comes to lawsuits don't happen overnight. They start doing investigations that borrowers and students are not even aware of. And then that is when these lawsuits come about, when they go ahead and actually file the lawsuits after they get all of their evidence together, so to speak, so they can bring these things to court so that these outcomes are successful. So although you may not have fallen into that particular lawsuit that the Federal Trade Commission had at that time, other things have happened, and that's what you want to go find to help you support your claim, along with, just like I said, telling your story. You have to be able to tell your story anyway, so you just want to make sure that you get your story together outside of being concerned with all of the supporting documentation. You have to have your own story, your own true allegations, and things of that nature, to make sure that when you submit this application, that the evidence that you provide for yourself is more than likely to be true, okay? Because you're submitting under penalty of perjury. So you just want to make sure the information that you provide that's connected to you is what you have in order.